Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Ross McCorkle. When putting together a plan for the 2026 NFL Draft, the Steelers appear to have really prioritized a certain trend, and that is drafting at priority positions, premium positions, offensive tackle, quarterback, wide receiver, corner. These are some of the most important and valuable positions in today's NFL, and those made up 4 of the Steelers' first 5 picks. And then the last one was drafting a left guard, which was arguably the Steelers' top need. I get there are some qualms about some of the value that the Steelers found. Max Ihanachor, some thought, including myself, maybe more of a early day two prospect. And some will obviously question the Drew Aller selection as long as he isn't the starting quarterback. How is that helping you win right now when the Steelers claim that's always their goal? But a lot of those same people complaining about the Aller selection are some of the same people complaining that the Steelers haven't had a good quarterback in years. You can't win the prize if you don't play the game, and the Steelers opted to play the game by selecting arguably the highest upside quarterback in the entire class. That's exactly what quarterbacks coach Tom Arth said, strongly hinting that they view him as the best arm in the class, including over Fernando Mendoza, who was drafted number 1 overall. So out of Max Ihanachor, Drew Aller, Jeremy Bernard, and Dalen Everett, if even 2 of those turn into long-term starters, that's 2 premium position long-term starters for the Steelers, and that's enough to look back at a draft class and say it was probably a success. Sure, the Steelers entered this class with 12 picks. They ended up making 10 of them. There were high expectations. Perhaps they could have been more aggressive in moving up in the early rounds, and the Mekhi Lemon thing will always sting, especially if Lemon ends up doing well or Ihanachor ends up doing poorly. But it's hard to fault the process that the Steelers went through in assembling their draft class. Are all 10 of the players even going to make the roster? Probably not. Are there going to be some picks that we look back on and are completely forgettable? Yes, but that's usually the case anyways. I think they did a good job at addressing positions of need with high upside players, maybe not guys ready to contribute right away, but that's reflective of where they are as a roster. They didn't have that many holes. They could afford to bet on upside, and that's exactly what they did. For me, I give the entire process and overall the draft class a solid B+ grade. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.